Hello Aquarius, welcome to February 2024. I'm going to do you a reading which has love reading, which has career, which has destiny. It could be that you're cross-watching and anybody is welcome. So this is for you particularly if you are Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising or Venus. Or you could be just cross-watching or stopping by and thinking, I was looking on how to bake an apple pie or put up a shed, and who is this woman? Gemstone Tarot. Go and get yourself a cup of tea, let's find out. I'm going to take a couple of cards which will give you the overall energy that we're coming into the month of February with. I've been doing your readings now for a long time, like many years, and the last 6 months, even the kind of half monthly one that I do, your reading, Aquarius, is coming out very spicy, very interesting, very, for some of you, fraught with some kind of conflict that's going on at the moment. So I'm very interested to see where we're going to be at with that as we head into, well, we get stuck into 2024. We're in it already. To me, it still feels a bit new. And maybe to you too. Leave me a comment about that. Let me know. Now, we are beginning with the Queen of Swords, which is a very Aquarius card. This is about boundaries, knowing where you stand and making sure that somebody else knows where you stand as well. It could be that in all areas of your life, you're being called upon to take a stand. Now, the Aquarians I know, and there are many, because I know many Aquarius, I've got Venus in Aquarius, and it makes me friendly with a lot of Aquarian people, and I tend to meet a lot of Aquarian people as well. The Aquarian people I know are very good, actually, at explaining their boundaries to other people. But I just feel like, I don't know if it's the last few weeks or if it's just at the moment, I feel like somebody's really trying to push your buttons here. Occasionally, when I get the Queen of Swords coming up, and I don't know why this is as a reader, occasionally it comes up as somebody at work who's yanking your chain too much. Now, you're ruled by Uranus, which apart from, you know, funny jokes about your backside, and I'm all for those at all times, but it means that you're individual when you're an Aquarian. And if I was a boss of an Aquarian person, and I did the best boss I've had a lot of good bosses actually. The best one I had was an Aquarius, because she let me do things my way and didn't question me, and I got the work done, all the better for it. So this is about you though, and somebody thinking that micromanaging you is going to somehow be the best way to get, you know, value out of you, and it isn't. And this could be in a friendship, it could be in a work environment. So this might be somebody whose feelings you don't want to hurt, or somebody you're afraid to speak up to, or whatever it is. You are probably in the month of February, and we are in Aquarius season, aren't we? Oh my God, happy birthday to all you Aquariuses. Nice, even better actually. Are we? Yeah, we are. Do you know what? My brain just will not do dates. It's about January the 19th, isn't it? Or something, to about February the 20th, something like that. When you are in your birthday season, it's actually a time for you to do stuff that you're out of your comfort zone, to be pushed, to say something you wouldn't normally say. For some of you, it's in a relationship. You may need to speak up more. You may need to say your piece about something. You may need to get that sword and draw a line in the snow or the sand, depending on which side of the hemisphere you're on. Something, and it's been coming up for a while. You know, there's been this pressure in the Aquarius readings. I've been feeling this pressure. And do share this video with other Aquarians as well if you're feeling it. It feels like, I don't know, it just feels like a steam, you know, one of those pressure cookers where steam needs to be, you know, lid needs to come off. And the lid might come off you if you don't carefully just spell out where you stand with something. The other card you get as your overall energy is the Nine of Pentacles. And again, when you get the Nine of Pentacles, this is a card about somebody who knows what she's doing. She's achieved this garden, she's achieved these lovely clothes, which look a little bit like a kind of a Christmas onesie, but we're going to let that slide. She's achieved the dollars here, she's made the hedge grow, she's got the bird of paradise, she's in peace. You've worked hard to be at this point in your life, whether it's in your job, whether it's in your love life, whether it's in your destiny, your life in general. A lot of you that are tuning into this reading, it wasn't particularly easy to get here. You may have had difficulties in your childhood, you may have had difficulties through school. It feels like there is some ancestral or generational tug of war going on here as well. So whatever you've done, you've kind of climbed over a few fences to get there. And you're blown if you're going to let somebody take it down. I like it. Let's look at, oh, cards dropped out. I want to look at what's to look forward to in February and then what's the obstacles. And shall we look at the cards with the other camera? My son has fixed it now so that we can actually see the cards. There we go. Look at that. He's a clever boy. He's off at university. Never thought that was going to happen. He'll kill me for saying that. Okay. Oh my God! What do we have to look forward to? Cripes. Well, I guess that kind of says we might be heading in a rather nice direction at last. Ooh. So we've got the Four of Wands. Nice. When you get the Four of Wands, this is like a portal. It's like a oh God, I was going to say it's like a lucky entrance, and then I just went all Benny Hill on myself and like was doing an internal giggle. Okay, you know what I'm trying to say. It's a portal. Let's just leave it at that. It's a portal. It's lucky. It's divinely inspired, but it's also in divine timing. It can be a real relationship where you ring each other's bell, you know, where it's really in tune with each other. It can be a job or destiny opportunity. Either way, and this is the way I always look at it, when fortune comes knocking, don't ask too many questions. You know, if you imagine fortune knocking at your door, you don't go, well, who are you and who sent you and why are you here? You're just like, thank you very much. Cheers. Hallelujah, actually. Now here we've also got the Ace of Cups. So when we're asking the tarot, what do we have to look forward to? This is amazing. The Ace of Cups is about love. It's about self-love. It's about love for what you do. It's about getting excited about new projects or new relationships or a big steaming injection of love. Oh God, here we go. Injection of love. I mean, that actually... Oh God, that sounds like a prog rock band from like the 1980s or, you know, glam rock. Injection of love. Diddle-doo-doo. Hey ho. See, I do readings for Aquarians. I'm a Pisces. I change in each of the readings. And I think I become a bit more Aquarian in these readings. If this really resonates, there will be an extended reading. So if this is your reading, it's a reading in itself. But if you get to the end and you want more of this priceless banter, there will be an extended reading. It will be the first link in the description box, and we really go mad on your love life and channel messages and all sorts. Anyhow, right. Ace of Cups. I mean, they've even put, what do they call those? Like a candy stripe thing at the top. I love this. What's in the middle? Oh, that's a big bow. And there's marshmallows everywhere. So this could be a new relationship. It's about time, you know, dust off your disco pants if that's the case. And I'm very happy for you as well. Some of you went through a bit of a horrific breakup situation in 2023, or there was a massive amount of pressure on a relationship. So I'm pleased about this. It's luck and it's kind of followed up. There's a purity about the Ace of Cups. You know, it's not asking for anything. It's an innocent and pure expression of love. And it often comes when you've been through some difficulties and you've got to a point where you've learned to love your ugly old self. Do you know what I mean? Like an old pair of shoes or a crap mug that you bought from somewhere and you're like, I'm really fond of this now. So you've done some shadow work, I think, and you've come to terms with something or someone. And the universe loves it when we do that. You know, we're like, oh, okay, I feel like I can actually get out of bed now and function as a human being. And the universe goes, oh, great, you're recovering. I'll send you some nice, good stuff. Why the universe can't do that when you're in the absolute, when you're in the weeds, I don't know. Because that's when you want it the most. Probably because you'd squander it. You wouldn't even be in the frame of mind to make good use out of it. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Okay, so this is nice. It's an opportunity. Let's have a look in terms of career and destiny, and then I'll look at love. What is it got going on for it in terms of career and destiny? This card has been knocking around a lot. 8 of Wands. Very nice for you. And I want that card, which doesn't want to come out. I knew it would be bad. It's so weird. Do you ever get that, other tarot readers that are watching this? When you see a card and you're like, you haven't seen what it is, but you can see it in the deck. And you think, it's got to be you. And you get this feeling of, not sure this is going to go well. Yeah, 9 of Swords. Okay, fine. Nearly said furry muff then, but it's a good thing I didn't. Let me just have a look in what I call my smelly book. 9 of Swords. I think it's Gemini, the 9 of Swords. Mars in Gemini. I was right. Think about Mars, okay? Forceful planet, a planet of war. Eris is the Greek version, which became Aries as the Zodiac version. If you get something like Mars and you have it acting on a sign like Gemini, you're going to get fractures. And there's something here. This is communication, 8 of Wands, okay? So this is about progress, momentum, having a talk with somebody in a relationship, progress being made in love, progress being made in your career, finding your niche, okay, which for an Aquarius, even though your niche is going to change many times over your lifetime, this is finding a place where people really want to hear what you have to say, but you're nervous. You're nervous. For some of you, you want to start a blog, a YouTube channel, TikTok, whatever, build a course, do some lectures, teach something, okay? But you may have been told, remember we talked about in your childhood, in your past, maybe in your schooling, you were told perhaps you weren't up to it, or you could, never going to amount to anything, or whatever it is. There's such a variety of those things that can be gifted to us in our youth, especially if you grew up in the 70s or 80s, where it was a bit kind of, I don't know what happened. Let me know in the comments section. I don't know what happened in terms of our schooling and even our families to some extent, but certainly in the UK, if you went to a sort of normal state school, you definitely would not show off your knowledge about anything, and you would enter this kind of collusion with teachers who perhaps hated their jobs, that you wouldn't admit you had any dreams, and they would tell you you wouldn't amount to anything, and then you would all collude in this kind of nothing good will ever happen thing. Please do hit me up in the comments if that makes sense to you, because it's really freaking resonating with me for you. Now, you got to fall in love with the sound of your own voice. And this doesn't mean necessarily you want to do a podcast, although if you're an Aquarius, you should do. When you start doing, like when I started doing my YouTube channel, or when anyone starts, if you tape recorded yourself when you were little, if you're that old like me, you hate the sound of your own voice. But I'm here to tell you honestly, once I started doing daily YouTube readings, I did one every single day. 1, you learn to do it better, and 2, you don't even hear your own voice anymore because you do it so often, there's nothing to you. So there's something about you coming out of your shell despite the criticism that you've had. It makes me feel quite emotional for you, Aquarius, for little you. It's time. That's it. It's time. It's your time. You got something to say. Now you can do that through so many different ways, through caring for somebody in your profession, through writing something, through speaking, through a podcast, through a TikTok, through Instagram, through writing a book, whatever it is. And please tell me in the comments. And if you are starting something, please tell me what it is in the comments so we can shout it out. I'm all for letting people stand on people's shoulders and helping along. So come on. You will also find, I think, that people want to help you. Not in the past, but we're talking about the future. Okay? Couple more destiny cards and then we're going to look at your love life. We get the 4 of Pentacles with the Hermit. The Hermit is in a onesie. A very enviable onesie. Look at that. Sort of Father Christmas onesie. Okay, so this is Capricorn, Sun in Capricorn, the 4 of Pentacles. We've got a guy here, and I always think of this as someone who's shoplifting LPs from a shop. Sticking like, you know, I don't know, Best of the Beatles down his trousers or whatever and trying to get away with it. We have Stubbornness here. We have Capricorn. We have Saturn, the planet of I'm a grafter. I am not to be moved. Okay? You, when you're putting your foot down here, when you're giving your boundaries, when you're speaking the best advert of yourself, you know, Mark Twain said, people take us at our own recommendation. And that means good or bad, okay? When you're speaking up for yourself, when you're digging your heels in with determination, this is what you need. You will not budge, okay? This is your moment, Aquarius, and you will not budge. And the Hermit, this is very interesting. This could be somebody wise that you could be consulting, but I also get it's about being very individual and quite solitary in some ways, even though you may be really sociable. Okay, this coming into your own, it's an awakening actually. It's going to happen. It's not going to happen because you're talking it over with people. It's going to happen internally first. But also the Hermit does become the guide. The Hermit can guide other people in wisdom. Because the Hermit, I mean, my mum would call it staring up your backside, but I'm going to call it the philosopher. Yes. Shall we look at your love life? Oh my God. This reading is gorgeous. 10 of Cups. Whoosh. Ooh, 2 of Swords. I hope you're not going to be feeling impatient. Okay. So let's just skip over, but also notice the fact your reading has the Ace and the 10 of Cups. Very nice, okay? This is Mars in Pisces. Mars in Pisces, like an explosion of love. There is a very, very good chance here that a relationship's going to work out really well. Or if you're single as a Pringle and looking to mingle, I know. Absolutely get your disco pants on. I mean, I was joking about putting away your apple packers and getting out your disco pants, but now I'm not. I'm actually really serious about it because this is the reading, like, you haven't had a reading this good in about a year. And I know because I did them. So pay attention to this. Fake it if you're not even feeling confident and put yourself out there. This is glorious. Then we've got the 2 of Swords. Those of you that are already in a relationship, there is some kind of pause here. There is some kind of I don't know, when you get the Two of Swords, it's quite a nice pause. But it's two swords crossing each other. And a sort of a new moonish in the background. Or at least, you know, sort of a few days after a new moon type feeling. Actually, I tell you what I'm thinking. Hang on, I'm multitasking. I'm looking in the moon diary. I think there's a new moon in your sign on the 9th. Wouldn't that be good if I was right? Yep, new moon in Aquarius on the 9th. There it is. See, new moon. That is a great day for you in love. So you could see a lot of progress in a relationship, a lot of blessings in a relationship, a lot of snuggly loves in a relationship. Until then, it may feel a bit tongue-tied. Somebody might not speak as much as they normally speak, or you might not want to. But either way, yeah, look, you get the 10 of Wands and it goes with the 10 of Cups. As a reader, I nearly always pull two 10s together. Don't know why. You are released from a pressure point. But until then, you're still going to be feeling a little bit, what's the word? Frazzled. Oh, how weird. Well, I'll put it in there then. So this just popped out. Can you see the sparkles as well? This isn't even part of this deck, but it is the 9 of Pentacles coming out again. So double confirmation. I'm going to put her over there to join the other one. That's weird. That's from, so these cards are the Winter Wait by tarotcollectibles.com, and that's from the other one, the Winter Wait Redux, which is really embarrassing because I never knew what Redux meant, and I used them on my daily and went, Redux? What does that mean? And got about 10 million comments going, actually, Gemma. I was like, oh. We get the Strength card. All these onesies looking amazing. This is Leo, the lion, obviously, even though it's not a lion. And this is about your knowledge, your understanding. You, Aquarius, have worked to get to this point. This is not just dumb luck. It's not coming out of nowhere, okay? There's a reason why you've reached this point. In the extended reading, I will be I'll crack open some different decks, which is what I always do. And I'll be doing a reading for your person. How do they feel about you? What are the pitfalls? What are the obstacles? And what is the best way forward? Let's have a love oracle card for you though. Ooh. I'm getting take 2, so I'm going to take 2. Ooh. It's exciting. Hang on. God. This is just technicalities of getting them back in the bag, Aquarius. Dreams. Look to your dreams. They hold all the answers you seek. I like this, especially for Aquarius. I always think Aquarians can get a lot out of dreams. And sparks. Ooh. Keep the sparks flying, surprise each other with gestures of love. And you've got the Ace of Cups and you've got the 10 of Cups. And I'm going to do the extended now. And I'm always doing that dab thing that people did about 5 years ago. If you want to join me over there, it's the first link. And go and get yourself another drink. And, oh, and that rhymed as well. Leave me a comment. I'll see you on the other side. Namaste.